Hey guys, what's up? GreenMachineSam back with another video, and of course we're back with another Tennessee Titans franchise video. Now, of course, like we talked in the last video, at the end of the last video, we are 3-3 going into Week 8. I don't plan on making any moves. At this point in the season, we're 3-3. We can still go out and win. Yes, the Jaguars are going to be hard to beat because they're 6-0. We will apparently play them 2 times in the last 8 weeks or so, from Week 11 to Week 18. So that will be a big thing of whether or not we can even compete for the division. It's us going in there. The Texans are right on our tail at 3-3. Apparently, we are listed at this as the second team in the division. I don't know if it was because of points allowed versus points scored in the head-to-head matchup. I have no idea why we'd be listed above them, but we are 3-3. Colts are 3-4. The Colts are the only team that have played 7 games in our division so far, so that is something to note. So they are technically half a game back behind both us and the Texans at this point. Mock Draft 2 has come out, so we will take a look at it just to show what's going on with it. I don't remember if we have 1 or 2 picks. They're listing Eric Sinclair, a speed rusher out of Washington, so somebody we should keep an eye on. We do only have 1 pick, so that is something to note going into the first round of next year. Last year we had 2. This year we're only going to have 1. I looked at a bunch of different options, right? I looked at trading off D-Hop. I looked at trading off Harold Landry, Cleveland Ferrell. I looked at trading off even Jeffrey Simmons at one point. Hell, I had a huge offer lined up for both the Panthers and the Patriots. It was a deal involving both DeAndre Hopkins and Jeffrey Simmons heading to both of their teams. Well, heading to either the Patriots or the Panthers, and either getting Brian Burns and Derek Brown, and us also sending picks to them to really solidify our team. But then again, I didn't really look at standings either, so that is a big question mark. The Panthers are definitely would have been willing to 1-6, just based off of them grabbing picks, rebuilding. Patriots, same thing. But at this point, I think I'm not going to make any big trades in our franchise. I think we're going to wait and play out the rest of the season. If it doesn't go according to plan, then of course we can trade off players that are still under contract. Harold Landry, I'm looking at you. But I think we have a lot of talent and a lot of value here on the team. We should be able to play. Of course, the main thing is we've lost 3 games, all in the late window of the games, right? Chiefs, we lost in really the last 2 minutes, I feel like. And then, of course, with the Dolphins and the Texans, both games of those going to overtime. We lost both those games, of course, in overtime after a offensive mistake. So that is something we do need to improve on in our late game situational awareness going forward. Do have a couple of upgrade players to take care of as well. We have Will Levis and Josh Whyle. Josh Whyle has played out of his fucking mind since coming into that starting role, especially with the absence of Chigo Kwankwo with his injury. Which Josh Whyle, like I said, he was even playing super great last year. I prefer possession. I know I should probably keep it as the scheme fit, but Josh Whyle is just such a good receiver, and I would like him to be able to hold on the ball even more than what he does now. We do have scouting national focus. I'm just going to show you guys what I'm planning on doing. I ended up going wide receiver and cornerback. I'm going to go wide receiver here. The main reason is I don't think we have our 1 through 3 set on the roster. Bo Melton's been a nice, different change of pace receiver at the moment. But is he the 3rd string guy going forward? Is Treylon Burks the number 1 or even possibly the number 2 going forward? That's yet to be seen. He's had a very good year up to this point. But can he continue that success? Can he stay on the field? That's one of the biggest things last year, was anytime it seemed like he would get going, he would get injured, and we wouldn't be able to use him and be productive with him. So that is something to note. And D-Hop, I don't think we'll probably re-sign, which then you're probably asking, why don't you trade him at this point? It could still very much be a possibility. We have until after this game to trade him, at least in terms of Madden, and I'm going to allow myself to do that as well. So if we decide maybe after the game, hey, he wasn't really getting open, hey, he couldn't make plays, then we could easily move on from him. I still like one trade that I was trying to work out a lot, which was sending him and a offense lineman, whether it's Nicholas Petitfier or Jameer Saylor, off to the Patriots in return for Michael Winu, Demario Douglas, and then me having to probably throw in a second or a third at minimum to get that to go through. It would upgrade our right tackle situation. It would give us another speed threat at wide receiver and kick and punt returner. There's a whole bunch of different things we can do at the moment. There's nothing set in stone. Of course, like I said, however the game plays out could determine a lot of what we do after the game. Like I said, I'm not going to go trade Harold Landry just yet. He is definitely a candidate going into next season. Cleveland Farrell, the amount of players I would have to take on in return just to cut, and the value I would be able to get for Cleveland Farrell just isn't much. I would prefer to keep him in preparation of somebody getting injured later down the road in the season. We are going to take our weekly strategy off recording, and then we will hop into the game. If there's any depth traits or anything like that, I'll notify you guys. But for now, you guys are probably going to see me hop into the game next. So the Chicago Bears will come out for their first time today. They're going to be taking on Justin Fields. They're going to be wearing their orange unis. I just felt like breaking some of these out. I figure with some of these teams that we're not going to play a whole ton, they should wear a lot of their alternates against us, just because it will make it look better. And it'll have a better experience. Von Florence is going to have to come up and make a play on Justin Fields. 2nd and 7 now. Justin Fields, yeah, going to be a big guy. Is he injured already? No, he got back up, but definitely was holding his stomach there for a minute or two. Another read option here, and Khalil Herbert's going to be rode down by Harold Landry. Yeah, these read options are going to be a pretty impactful thing for this Chicago offense, especially in real life even. And there is Shire. Oh, the ball is out, but I'm guaranteeing he was down if they even challenge it at this point. If they don't, whatever, we get the stat for forcing a fumble, but I particularly don't think that was a fumble. I think he was well and truly down. There's DJ Moore catching his first pass of the day, just up the seam, just right past the backers and safeties. Von Florence needs to be able to make that tackle just a little bit better. We have to play a lot of man, especially with Justin Fields. And there is DJ Jones showing up. He gets a tackle there, takes Justin Fields down after a loss of 1. And we're going to have to play a lot of help with the linebackers here. I think that is one thing that we can't underestimate with Justin Fields. It's just how good he can run. He has such good speed. Okay, so on 3rd and 7 now, we will have to run with Pinnock on this play, but for some reason, only two different depth chart pieces got mixed up for some reason. So Pinnock was in on a couple plays. We end up getting the stop on 3rd and 7, 4th and 3 now, after a 4-yard rush by Fields. They're going to go here on 4th and 3. They're close enough to go for it, but maybe too far where they don't trust their field goal kicker, and Gus Edwards is going to get it. I thought it was going to be a trap play, so I thought Edwards was going to hit to that left side a little bit harder. Unfortunately not. He ends up going to the right side. Going to play man-to-man here, send a little bit of pressure, see if Fields gets flustered, and Gus Edwards is going to beat Shire on a wheel route. Of course he is. And then Shire just doesn't even try to grab him. That's wonderful. 7-0 here early. We keep getting stuck in those wheel routes against the running backs, and we just keep losing. So the Titans offense will now come out onto the field at the 19-yard line. Will Levis, not a bad season. 6 touchdowns, 8 picks. Not great. Through 8 weeks, that's about 1 a week, or about just over 1 a game, if you're including the 7 games, technically, instead of 8 weeks. Lindsey Goodwell is going to be our starting right tackle, with Taylor Lewan being out with broken ribs. So he'll come in and get that start. 2-yard rush here from Spears to start off the day. Like I said, Lindsey Goodwell, another guy that we ended up taking. He slid out to tackle because he was a little bit more athletic, a little bit more lean, and we wanted that at our tackle position. Howard here, I don't know what the fuck that throw is from Will Levis. Like, just throw it. I'm not even telling him to lob it. I'm telling him to fucking throw a dot. I understand he's rolling to his left, but there needs to be a harder completion there. 3rd and 8. Dropping back to pass. D-Hop. Why didn't he go for the fucking football? I understand I threw it low and away. Go for the fucking football. You're an NFL wide receiver. 4th and 8. Gotta punt the ball now. 1st and 10, and the Bears will take back over. Gus Edwards. Pretty good season. 133 rushes, 549 yards. They do have McCole Hardman as well as a rookie receiver. So they do have a lot of speed at this wide receiver position. I will say that much. 1st and 10, they're going to go to the air here, targeting that rookie receiver, or at least I would assume so. I don't know who would be wearing 87 and dressed like that in the NFL. Yeah, something, K Cheeks, that's nice. Okay. Okay, 2nd and 5. The Bears just, offense not really being able to slow down here. Roger McCreary there. I'm trying to tell these corners to play up and tight, but every time those receivers break on those out routes, they're just nowhere to be found. I don't know what to run here. If we run zone, we might get caught lacking in the run game, and if we run man, we're going to get caught lacking everywhere else. Dude, that's the 2nd time a quarterback in this franchise so far this season has thrown a fucking slant route directly at an edge rusher, and the edge rusher just didn't react. Mark Vickers has a chance, but the punter is barely going to be able to keep us out of the end zone. Amani Hooker is now down, so that's not good. We'll see a lot of Brendan Davidson then today. But Mark Vickers gets us all the way up to the 49-yard line. Mykal Walker, I would assume the linebacker there, was chasing us down as well. Going to try to start off this drive nice and hot, and just, nope. I don't know why when the receivers break on those in routes, they slow down so much, but they do when I'm running them. Yeah, dislocated shoulder for Amani Hooker. He's out for the game. We're going to see a lot of Brendan Davidson. We're going to see a lot of maybe even possibly Reed Blankenship and Jason Pinnock later today, depending on how everybody plays. Will Levis, nobody being seen here. Trying to take off and run, nothing going there. Jesus, this offense is just still struggling to get anything going. These receivers aren't getting open. And then the run game isn't particularly working because defenses are able to step up in the box and basically challenge us to run the football. Josh Wiley here, one of the only consistent parts of this offense. 16 yards there. Gonna go back to the line. Hurry up. See if we can catch this defense lacking here. Wiley underneath again. Catch. Gets brought down 6 yards there. And it's crazy. I was going through and I was, editing some of the videos. Chig had 3 catches in 2.5 games. He had 2 of his 3 in the first, I think it was half of the first game. So, 2nd and 4 now. Wiley underneath again. He gets bumped. I think that should be illegal contact. He gets bumped and slowed down by Jaquan Brisker. That's a legal contact. But then again, I don't know if it's 5 yards, so I guess that maybe might be the reason why he didn't get it. I tried to cut back, seeing if I could pick up more yards. End of the quarter here, 7-0. The offense slowly marching. We just got to be consistent. I'm hoping to get some of these receivers more involved as well. Going to go halfback stretch here. I think with Tremaine Edmonds playing so far down inside, if this fullback and tight end can get up to Sanborn and the corner, we should be in a good situation here. They do not. Spears ends up picking up 7, though. 3 for 10 now. Going to go with a shot play. If it's man-to-man, Bo Melton might have a chance here. Bo Melton, back corner of the end zone. No, not quite. I think that ball was delivered just a little bit better. It could have been a touchdown. Unfortunately, not there today. It was a good chance, though, right? I think we had the coverage we were looking for, just not quite the throw. O.J. Howard underneath, the other tight end who's played pretty well. In less games, I think he's put up better stats than even Chig had put up. Now, this isn't bringing into the question of whether or not Chig is the long-term option at tight end. That's a question for a different day. It's more about just stating the facts of these other tight ends have performed. PA boot slide here. 2nd and goal. Rolling out. O.J. Howard's like the only thing open, and he doesn't hold on to the football. What is up with these receivers today? Dude. It's hard enough when I get them the ball, and they don't, it's hard enough when I can't get them the ball, but it's even harder when they're just not doing their jobs. It really is. I'm going to run the football. Fuck it. They're going weak box, spread out. We're going to run the football. And Goodwell and O.J. Howard don't pick up Tremaine Edmonds. Dude. Come the fuck on, EA. You said new and improved blocking. What the fuck is that? And nice. Our field goal was blocked, so now we're down 7-0 still. And no points to go for it. Show for it. Shire has to win this rep against Edwards. He does. Only a yard allowed there. 2nd and 9. These linebackers have to play better as well. Everybody on this team needs to play better. Just struggles all across the board. Not a whole ton of bright spots so far this season. 6-yard rush there for Gus Edwards now. 5 for 17. And I don't think we've played particularly bad. I just think we're leaving so much on the table right now, and it's upsetting because I don't think we're a bad team by any stretch of the imagination. Now, I don't think we're a great team. I don't think we're quite at that level yet. I don't think we're a contender truly, but seeing some of the downfalls of this team right now are just it's upsetting to say the least. 1st and 10 here. Going to play man. We're going to have Evans run this QB spy, so I'm going to just stay in the middle of the field, watch Justin Fields. This defensive line needs to do something, though. Gus Edwards underneath. He's not a receiving back, so I don't know why he's making Shire look like a bitch in coverage, but he is. Fuck it. Let's... Fine, we want to go cover 0? Let's go cover 0. Let's fucking win a rep for once. Shire needs to come fast. What the fuck were the defensive linemen doing? Did you see that? They just stood up and slow walked to the fucking linemen. What the fuck is that, EA? Whatever. 3rd and 2. Anybody gonna make a play? No. Jeffrey Simmons tries to. Not really, though. Shire just stands there in the hole. Lets Gus Edwards run past him. I don't know what's going on with this defense. I don't know if we're being paid off to lose this game right now, but it's very disappointing to say the least. Coming hard on the blitz, and Farley just can't separate the ball from Cheeks. Justin Fields, 7 for 8. Yeah, that's as a Bears fan, I like to see that, but as a Titans coach right now, that's very disappointing in my defense. And Brendan Davidson finally makes a play, so who knows? Maybe if he plays well enough, he might get a spot here, might get some more playing time. I did change his number to 24. It just felt like every time he was on the field and I saw 24, it felt like Elijah Molden was back out onto the field. I swear, every time he was trying to every time there was a play made against him, I'm looking at the number and I'm going, that's Elijah Molden. Fuck you, Molden. 4th and 5 here. They're going to punt the ball. 2 minutes left. We got to play fast. We got to play hard here on offense. 1st and 10 at our own 14 after a good punt. If they bring 6, we got to look fast. They don't. They drop out. Melton underneath, and it's overthrown and almost picked by Tyreek Stevenson. Will Levis just, besides throwing to the tight ends right at this moment, he has not done anything. Wiley late here could be an option, but Hopkins underneath finally holds onto the football. 3rd and 3. Back to the line we go. Run the slip screen real quick. Catch the defense off guard. 3rd and 3. Tajay Spears. Catch. Run. Christian Malone leads a good block, and Spears up the sideline. Gets all the way up to the 36. There's Spears finally getting involved as well. I just don't know what to run here where the wide receivers are going to be much help. Hopkins there on a curl. Ends up catching the football. I got scared for a second because he made that little jump step inside. 1st and 10 here again. Going to send Spears on a wheel. See what we have. Bo Melton underneath. Hold on to the football, please. Back to the line we go. 8 for 14, 76 yards. Wiley on this stick and nod could be an option. I don't really know what I want to run with Burks. I'm going to just run him on a slant. Drop him back to pass. Trying to find something. Melton underneath. I try to stop him and get him to just get upfield and pick up the first, so we didn't have to worry about it. But back to the 3rd and 2 here. Tremaine Edmonds releases from the box. Spears up the middle. 1st down. That's all we really needed. Call timeout here. 44 seconds. We're in field goal range. We're still within this game, right? It's only a 7-0 game. It feels a lot worse than what it actually is. Melton underneath here could be an option on this drag. We're going to send Spears just on a streak. Get him going. See if he gets matched up incorrectly. Hopkins, though, one-on-one. He gets bumped, though. Bro, come the fuck on. Call the fucking flag. I don't even know if he hit the defensive player. He might have hit our guy, but man, that fucking sucks. One-on-one, wins the rep, wins outside release. I'm like, just throw it up. Just let him catch the ball. That's all I need. Don't try to force him to be able to run underneath of it and make a touchdown right there. Just give him the ball. Burks on the sideline picks up the first. 10 for 17, 91 yards for Will Levis. Can't run the ball right now, but Shot play should have some type of effect. We're going to run Wiley actually on a streak here. See what we have. Wiley kind of, no. Just kind of throw the ball away. I didn't really have a whole ton there. Every time I looked at something, it seemed like it was just open enough for a good quarterback to hit, but not probably our guy. I'm going to bring Hopkins in motion here. See if matchups can get screwed up enough. Fuck, Melton was open too. Third and 10 now. 10 for 19. I just haven't seen anybody open. I really don't. I'm not seeing anybody. You guys might be seeing it, as you might be seeing it a little bit differently, but I'm just not seeing it right now, which is frustrating. 3rd and 10. Don't do anything stupid, though. Run the football. Will Levis trying to pick up the first. Not quite getting there. Going to call a timeout. 15 seconds. I think we can personally get this. I really do. Going to have to settle for a field goal after having to take a delay of a game because Wildcat doesn't show up correctly whenever you need it to. So 4th and 6. Going to have to just take the field goal. Offense didn't really do a whole ton. I'm not super thrilled with how everything has gone today. I'm going to be honest. 1st and 10 here. Bo Melton. Open, caught, first down there from Bo Melton. He has excelled at his role so far this year. 1st and 10, going to go play action fake here. And they send a corner blitz and a linebacker blitz and nobody got opened. And then I'm, focusing on Tremaine Edmonds coming free. And then I see Kyler Gordon coming and I'm like, oh fuck, I got to roll a little bit. And Will Levis just doesn't want to get out of his fucking stance. So that's nice. 2nd and 21 now. Hand the ball off here. Dorian Dixon gets not much of Tremaine Edmonds. I don't know. I have to run the ball either 20 times to get anything going, or I got to throw the ball 30 times to get anything going. It's frustrating, to say the least. It really is. This offense just doesn't have playmakers on the outside, which is unfortunate. Treylon Burks kind of beats his man, but knocked away there from, I would assume, Tyreek Stevenson. Yeah. So 4th and 17, taking a sack there just really put a dampener on things. 1st and 10, they're going to hand off Gus Edwards and just nobody making a play. 3 yards there. This defensive line is just not getting off blocks. Corners can't keep up with their guys, apparently. I don't know what to call here. It's one of those games where no matter what I call, it's kind of not working. No matter what I do, their offense is kind of responding and their defense is kind of responding. I think this is just one of those games where EA is kind of telling me, you're not winning it. Tough shit, big dog. Going to send some pressure, but probably not worth it here. Yeah, 3rd and 4, they're going to pick it up. Khalil Herbert runs over Caleb Farley, but steps out of bounds on his way up the sideline. 11-yard reception there. Just tried diving with Brendan Davidson trying to save some type of yardage there, but 1st and 10. I'm expecting a read option here, and they hand it off. DJ Jones, one of the only guys that's really stepped up today. He's made a couple big tackles on read options so far today. Like I said, he's one of the only guys that has made plays today. Calais Campbell's kind of been empty. Jeffrey Simmons has kind of been empty. Brendan Davidson, there again, the only 2 guys that are really making plays right now. Wiley, Brendan Davidson, and DJ Jones are the only guys that really want to win this game currently. And it's upsetting. It really is. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what to call here to really get our guys going. Calais Campbell just not fast enough to keep up with Fields, but I guarantee you if that was me using Fields, he would have got brought down immediately. I've been in that exact same situation where I'm not able to scramble with Fields, but yet somebody else is, the CPU is. Fields will leave the field, though. A rookie here now. And underneath to Komet, not quite there. Conrad. I tell you what, Madden really likes their double names. The starts with the same letter type shit. I swear to God, half my people are on the Broncos franchise that I've drafted are double letters. Jeffrey Simmons there can't bring down Gus Edwards. Bro, I almost missed when you were fucking injured at this point. Like I said, he just hasn't played well. I don't know what's going on with him. He didn't play good in the first season. He didn't play good in the second. He's not playing good so far in the second season. That's even when he is playing, because of course he's missed a lot of time currently. 7-yard rush there for Conrad. Of course they have another quarterback that can scramble. Why wouldn't they? Instead of being able to just cover everything, especially as the only coverage zone over the middle. Stretch play here to Edwards, but I can't get there because I get blocked up and Edwards walking in. First and 10, our own 24, going to the air. At this point, we have to get something going. Melton underneath. Well, Melton on the sideline can't hold on the ball, but it's understandable. It's a reaching play. He can't quite hold on to it. I'm not going to hold that against him. It was not a great throw either, and it was kind of late as well, so that's partially on me as well. Second and 10, going back to the air. Going to run with Levis. He can pick up the first and more. 3 for 23. Going to go again. Let's just keep going. This offense has to get going at some point. Burks, open! What do you even say to that? I don't know what you say to that. It's a good throw, and he just refuses to understand where the ball is. Second and 10. Run play with Haskins here. Nothing going there. 4 yards. Just run game sucks. Pass game sucks. Just nothing. Third and 6. Haskins up the middle. First and 10 all the way down to the 43-yard line. Haskins there. If we have to change up running backs, I will. I'm not afraid to make changes as needed. First and 10. Howard underneath. Sample was wide open. That fucking blows. As soon as I push the button, I'm seeing Sample run across the middle and just wide open. PA slide here. Looking wily here. Nope, Howard, just get it to him. Get some yards. Gets 5. Yeah, 3rd and 2. Back to the line we go. Try it again. Just got to keep pushing at this point, I feel like. Going to go counter weak here. Just pick up enough blocks. Haskins, first down. Okay. Don't let the offense rest here. Go back to the huddle. Back to the drawing board just enough. I'm going to run Burks underneath. Wiley. Slant. Spears. Wheel route. If anybody breaks free, Hopkins right away. I don't know why that ball is so floated towards the sideline. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I'm literally throwing the out route and it just doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't do anything. It's not on a rope, and that's upsetting because that's probably why a lot of these balls are getting knocked away. Fuck it, gotta run. Spears downhill. Let's see what this line has here. Spears into the open field. Not really. First and 10 now. 7 for 28. At least back up to 4 yards to carry now here with that one. Still just... the O-line just doesn't have that push that it once had. And I don't want to hear archetypes, maybe you had a lot of power guys last year. I really didn't. That's one thing I will say. And then as well as the fact that these guys outrank those guys twofold basically. Some of their lowest archetypes are better than last year's best archetypes. So, 2nd and 8. Pass game here. Looking. Melton underneath. Caught. Doesn't hold onto the football, but goes backwards. Go down in that situation. Stop trying to make the fucking play. 3rd and 1. Outside zone here to Spears. Cut back. Spears in the middle. Not quite into the end zone. 9 rushes, 33 yards. Just average isn't going to be there today, apparently. They're rotating guys around. Going to hand off Spears, and he walks in. Touchdown. At least takes it to 14-10 game. Just need the defense to play some type of defense here. I know they've come up with a couple stops today, but they want us to go for 2. I'm going to do it. Fuck it. Let's go. PA Saints in. I don't love a whole ton of the options here. Just have everybody run something. Get open. Levis scrambling. Not quite there. Just going to throw it up into the end zone and just nothing. I don't know. I thought that maybe if I rolled, I thought maybe I could buy some time. I thought maybe I could get outside, force a defender to try to make a play. Nicole Harmon just gashed us all the way up to the 48-yard line. Nice. Nicole Harmon just took it all the way up to the 48-yard line, and, well, the defense is going to be in a tough situation now. But with the backup QB, we need to have success here. I think we basically got to play downhill all fucking this whole drive. Just play downhill for the most part. We might have to go all man, just send everybody that isn't in a man coverage at this point. Force them to go make a play. Instead of us having to make a play, force them to make a play. 2nd and 10. Read option. Wasn't really expecting that with Field being off the field. They get the first down, so they're going to be able to kick off another 2 minutes, basically. Unfortunate. 1st and 10 here for Conrad. Read option again. Hand off Gus Edwards. See, it's annoying because I'm not even the read man, and whatever I do, they're basically reading it off of me, and I'm not supposed to be the read man. If I don't commit, they're handing it off. If I do commit, they're not handing it off. The edges are supposed to be the read guys, and they're just not. Don't know if the edge guys are happening to make the same play as me, but man, it's annoying. Because at this point, if they kick a field goal, they're going to be up 8, and it's going to be a tough comeback. It's going to be a very tough comeback at this point. DJ Jones kind of just gets pushed out of position, and Keenan Evans has to come up. I'm almost willing to go Jack Gibbons here. Just because I think Jack Gibbons might be a little bit better in the run game, might have a little bit better stats, and be able to come up and make that play right away. Jair and Mooney just beats his guy, and then I take over on his guy to try to jump the route just enough, and yeah. 1st and 10 on our own 25, full momentum against us. We're not going to have a whole ton of success. I already know it. Just to show you guys what the fuck I'm trying to do here. Just to show you guys, because I know there's going to be a dumbass in the comments. I'm trying to hit Josh Wiley here. I go, fuck it, let's just pick up some yards. Let's see if we can get the full momentum at least off. Ball is finally thrown. Here. At Tremaine Edmonds. 1st and 10. And then Davidson, why is he in coverage? Why the fuck isn't he playing the deep zone? Holy shit, Madden. I auto-flip my ass. We're gonna fucking flip to the strength of your team. Okay, and whatever, dude. And then our guy's offside, so it's not gonna matter that we just got the stop. They have a 1st down inside the red zone. I don't fucking know. This game sucks dick. I'd be ashamed if my name was attached to this game. Can't move my defensive line back, and they're gonna get gashed here. Yep. DJ Jones tries to make a play. Joseph Asai wants to push the guy forward, apparently. 3rd inches. Come on, let's go. And just, yeah. Oh, he didn't catch it, apparently. Okay, 4th and inches. And they're going to go for it just to rub it in, just to fucking prove a point. Nice. Calais, thank you. Finally, Jesus, a defensive lineman makes somewhat of a play. Somewhat of a play. It wasn't even that great a play. You didn't get blocked. So, awesome. Slip screen here. Get some yards. Spears underneath, and Eddie Jackson just isn't blocked. I don't know who was over there on that left side, but with Madden's new update that they fuck my sliders, like, what the fuck is this shit? I'm literally getting blanketed by the fucking defense here. There's nothing open. Hopkins can't get to the football. 3rd and 9. What a lovely fucking day it has been. Nothing to run here. I don't know. Wiley, over the middle, catch. Only reliable target, even semi-open, and I think it's just them maybe underestimating his overall at this point. My guy getting bumped. No call. I literally have the fucking penalty up to 80, and it's still not getting called. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to play on one of my other franchises and see what's wrong with my sliders. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm literally getting blanketed by a defense that their second corner is 80, whereas my third corner is an 80 and can't cover their third string guy. I literally couldn't do anything that game. I legitimately do not know what to call, because I can either spend half the game running the football and not moving the football. Spears, Levis, and Haskins had a combined total of 20 carries for maybe 80 yards. Maybe 80 yards. You know, we're barely averaging 4.0 yards per carry. The receivers aren't getting separation. I know they're nothing spectacular, but it just... And then when their backup QB comes in and throws legitimate dots against my defense is kind of upsetting. It is. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how much of the second half is going to be played just because of some of the shit that I was saying. Not that it was bad or anything, but I mean in just like it was just the same shit of me being like, I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. I'm getting fucked here, you know. And the fact that I have to manually go in and say, hey, we're double teaming Montez Sweat every fucking play. Double team that motherfucker. If I say double team him, don't take it off and put it on the D tackle. I do not give a fuck about Justin Jones. Put it on Montez Sweat and leave it there. Okay? How is that such a hard feature in Madden? You know, between that and then corners not playing their responsibilities properly. On one of the corner routes I threw, you know, on one of the C routes that I threw to the corner, Tyreek Stevenson is literally 4 yards off of fucking Treylon Burks, and I throw the ball, and somehow it still gets tipped by him. 4 yards off of Treylon Burks, and I throw the ball with accuracy. And then, you know, when I am throwing the ball accurately, or I am getting the ball out on time, the receivers aren't catching the fucking football. The curl route to Hopkins on third down. The corner route by Burks on third down. You know, multiple fucking plays where it's like, oh, hey, I'm finally able to get the ball off. I finally find somebody open. I'm throwing a good, you know, if one of the other three things that don't go awry, all of a sudden the receiver's just not there, or not paying attention, or not catching the football, putting one hand out, not making a play for a ball that's within reach. I genuinely do not understand how this game is played. And I'm going to say something kind of ridiculous right now. If NCAA is anything like this game, you have automatically failed, and the NCAA should take away their fucking rights to make a game again. They should immediately go, you're not making a game again. We're going to go to 2K, we're going to go to somebody else. You're not making a game for us. This shit's bogus as fuck. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to have to hop on one of my other franchises, try to figure out the gameplay slider situation. I don't know if the update that Madden just pushed out recently, or today, or whatever, if that fucked the game. I don't know what exactly fucked my slider so bad, where their defense is playing phenomenal. Justin Fields has a near perfect day. You know, defensive players not reacting to the football. Offensive players not reacting to the football. It was just kind of a mess. Like I said, I don't know how much gameplay you guys are going to see of this. I really do not know. Right now, hell, in the middle of the fourth quarter, I almost wanted to quit and just say fuck it. But then that would be almost an hour and a half of recording just down the drain. You know, I would have to re-record everything. I would have to delete stuff. I would have to, all this fun stuff. We're 3 and 4. We're going to have to do some serious soul searching. I'm going to have to go figure out sliders again somehow. So I don't know when exactly I'm going to be able to record the next video. I'm not even going to go back to the main screen and talk about the next game. We're taking on a different team. I don't know who it is. It might be the Ravens, if I remember correctly, or somebody. Green Bay. I don't know. We're taking on somebody next week. I don't know who it is. At this point, I don't particularly care. I'm probably going to take a day or two off of Madden at this point before playing at least Titans franchise again. So, if you guys enjoyed this video or any of the videos here on my channel, I'd appreciate it if you guys do stick around and subscribe. And I'll be back with more videos like this. Like I said, I don't know how much or how long this video is going to be based off of, what was happening during this game. But, yeah. Madden's a shit show right now. It's almost unplayable. You turn the sliders down too much and you're putting up 50 on them. You turn the sliders up too much and you can't get a pass off, and the passes you do get off are either tipped, broken up, or intercepted. Like there was literally one of the final plays. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna how much gameplay I'm gonna have in this. If I'm gonna cut out this part of gameplay and just put in some of the plays that were happening there in the fourth. I literally throw a ball to Bo Melton. I'm like, hey, he has a step on the defender. I'm throwing it. I throw it. He catches it. He literally takes 2 steps and then gets hit. And then before he reaches the ground, the ball just magically falls out of his hands. I don't know. I don't understand this game sometimes logically. I try to play realistic so that it provides a good quality experience for you guys. I try to do, storylines and stuff. And then when stuff doesn't work out and Madden kind of fucks that, it's hard to do. Like I said, if you guys enjoy this content or any of the content here on my channel, I would appreciate if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I'm normally not this angry during videos, so if you made it this far for some reason, I would appreciate if you guys do stick around and subscribe. I will have more videos like this, as well as roster updates and stuff like that coming out in the future, especially with free agency now not officially, but the tagging period of the of the NFL is underway. I think combine report-ins for QB just happened today as well, so yeah. But with that being said, guys, I'm out.